So Keffals has made her return. She's basically the main villain of this channel at this point. I probably talked about her the most, I would say. In fact, yeah, I definitely have talked about her the most. But I took a step back because she didn't involve herself in any drama. But Willie Mac made a pretty good video following up all the stuff that she did. And she also got on stream with DeOrio and a couple other people. It was an interesting conversation, so I've got some clips from that, and I just wanted to go through what was going on and my opinions on it. So let's get right into it.
Is if Kiwi Farms is completely destroyed, but the problem is it's not.
So if you see one of those farmers, never let them tell you that it's still up, because it's not.
So I even got this a little bit wrong. I basically said that they were down except for if you were to go on tour. But now apparently you can just access it straight up from Google. So she did pretty much nothing. In fact, she did less than nothing because she put this platform more out there. More people know about Kiwi Farms because of her talking about it. So this whole insane campaign where she was talking to reporters, she was doing interviews with like H3H3 and, you know, having articles written about her by Cat Tembarge, who is going to play a role later on. And all of it was for nothing, because at the end of the day, she just annoyed them and then got herself attacked, and boom, it's just right back up. I kind of knew it was futile from like moment one. I saw this, I was like, they're just going to keep attacking you and they're just going to migrate to somewhere else. That's pretty much all that's going to happen. And that didn't even happen. They just came back to this, like, I guess they're leaving her alone because she seems to be, you know, not claiming that her life is in danger anymore. So that's a positive, you know.
Keffals loves to point to journalists as proof that she's telling the truth. Well, as it turns out, these journalists have been working with Keffals on this narrative the whole time, suppressing information and even potentially paying her. Ben Collins is an NBC News reporter who worked with Cat Tembarge to cover a lot of the Keffals Kiwi Farms saga. In fact, he wrote the last article that got Cloudflare to drop Kiwi Farms. Well, Cloudflare has since come out and said dropping Kiwi Farms was a terrible business decision on their part, with them stating that blocking Kiwi Farms and others caused a loss of potential customers, significant adverse feedback.
So yeah, that was basically just the introduction of Ben Collins. He's going to play a role a little bit later on, but you can kind of see how these things are intertwined. And Cat Tembarge is also apparently like also having ties with Taylor Lorenz in some way. I think Taylor Lorenz also made an article about the Keffals situation. I actually talked about Cat Tembarge now that I'm thinking about it. It was some other thing. It might have been about Keffals. I don't know. I've done so much Keffals content. One day I'm just going to compile it all together in like the Keffals saga or something like that. Just so people have like a video of like everything that happened from like the Destiny stuff to now. I think that would be good. But yeah, a lot of people probably were supporting Cloudflare for, you know, having Kiwi Farms up, and then when they chose to drop it, they were like, oh man, I can't believe you would do that, Cloudflare. I'm not going to support you anymore. I'm not going to use my dollars to buy your products, and that got reflected. It's unfortunate for them, but it is what it is.
It becomes even more suspect when apparently there's a payment she can't talk about.
New automatic payment from Ben Collins? Wait, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Whoever you are, I'm sorry. I just outed. Oh my god.
Why? What are you hiding? You're making this sound more sus than it
So yeah, she just drew a ton of hate on herself and a ton of heat by reacting like that. I don't know why she chose to be like, you guys see this? Ben Collins. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Just play it off, bro. Like, it's not like a national security thing, but it does make it seem like you were receiving some sort of money from Ben Collins for something. I don't know what he would have got. Like, I guess to push a narrative, maybe to, be featured in an article. Maybe she received some sort of payment for that. I don't know the exact word other than payment, but it's not like this is like super suspicious, and it makes me like go like, Keffals clearly has been working underground with the media, but it is an eyebrow raiser, especially given how she was freaking out. She definitely is like hiding something, whether it just be personal information or, something like, oh, well, I'll say this on my stream if you give me X amount of money, which isn't likely, but, it is a possibility. So I did want to bring it up. So after all of this, Keffals decided to go on stream with Nicholas DeOrio, and there were a couple other people in the call, but Nick was the main one who was asking the questions. I'm only going to show you like 2 clips. The entire thing's like 2 hours. I'll be honest, I was not going to watch that. I was not about to watch that entire interview just to hear the same story that we've heard over and over and over again. Oh, well, I was attacked by this. Kiwi Farms needs to be dropped. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just not, worth even discussing. But there is some stuff that I did find that I thought was worth discussing. So I'm going to be showing that to you.
When I started egging them on, it was after I started trying to get them deplatformed from Cloudflare, because I knew if I egged them on, they would get more unhinged, and all the journalists were following me, so it was easier to get them deplatformed.
Gotcha.
Before that, I didn't.
So wait, after you got them deplatformed from Cloudflare, or like not at all before? Because I could have sworn the clip where you're saying
like,
Josh Moon was trans was before that.
That was, I'm pretty sure like that was like after I started with the campaign to get them deplatformed from Cloudflare.
So if you remember the timeline correctly, and I think I've got it pretty good, basically Keffals ended up getting doxxed, and she decided, I need to go after Kiwi Farms. She then, according to her, decides that she's going to rile up these people. Now, if you think about it, this is either her exaggerating her original experience of her having a gun in her face, or she's just stupid. I don't know which one, genuinely, because if you think you're in danger and you said your life is in danger, why would you shake the boat? Why would you poke the bear? Why would you go out of your way to make these people who you have claimed are a danger to you more mad at you? I don't know. Me personally, if I thought, oh man, these guys are really dangerous, I shouldn't mess with them, you know what I would do? Not mess with them. Sounds like a pretty easy and simple concept. See a bear? Won't poke the bear. Bear won't bite me. Or she just thinks, I can just outlast whatever they do to me. They didn't shoot me, so I'm just going to keep going at it. I'm going to be harder and harder at it, and no one can stop me. And even though I'm in danger, I'm just going to keep doing it. Like, what do you think is going to happen, genuinely, if you almost died the first time? Like, I don't know. I really don't know what her thought process was there, or where her head was, really. It's interesting to see her psyche in that way. That's a weird way of phrasing it, but it is what it is. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's I don't know. So what are your thoughts on the site being up now?
I mean, like, I knew it was never going to permanently go down. Like, even in the last statement on the Drop Kiwi Farms website, that's what we said. Because it's like, you can't really deplatform something 100%. Even Daily Stormer and 8chan are still up.
That's like the problem, though. It's like the whole movement is to drop them. And then that you can't drop them.
The movement was to drop them from Cloudflare. Like, you go through, like, all of the original statements on the site. Like, the campaign was organized and we had statements that got put out about what our objectives were. It wasn't just like get them dropped from literally everything.
So again, this just makes it really weird. Like, she went really hard in the paint. She was getting donations from people and stuff. And it's like, why would you go through all of this effort just to drop their reputation? Because I guess she wanted them to have less funding, which is just going to make them angrier at you. Like, websites aren't like businesses. Like, I'm pretty sure if it's already up and running and it's continuing to run, like, they're not worried about revenue, okay? I don't think Joshua Moon's sitting there going, I haven't profited off this website enough, because I doubt advertisers are putting their money into kiwi farms. You call that, an out there theory, but that's just how I feel. Honestly, I'm really mixed on Keffals, because even in this interview, she seemed a little bit more chill, a little bit more mellowed out. I know the last time that she talked with Nicholas DeOrio, she was a bit more rowdy and, angrier. And I'm really, wondering what's going on in her brain. And I know that's, a weird thing to say, oh, what's going on up there? But, the things she's saying just don't make sense and aren't concurrent with how she's explained them. I don't know if she's lying. I don't know if she just doesn't have her story straight, or she just isn't thinking things through, or is just so locked in on I'm gonna take these people down, and she's got such a vivid tunnel vision that she can't see the things going on around her. I don't know. It could be any of those things. It could be none of those things. But I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it so much. We also hit 400 subs, so thank you guys so much for that. Goodbye.
Hello, Keffals. I'm a 3 months HRT trans girl. I'd just like to say you're my role model. Look, I'm proud of you, but you should pick a better role model. Like, for instance, SpongeBob, because SpongeBob's never done anything wrong.